Here we are. Here we are. Uh, yeah. So here's the situation. All right. So I wanted to bring back Tubi Tuesday for a while now. I was I was gonna do the same I did last year. You know what I mean? June, July, and August. Here's the issue. I was looking on Tubi and there's a lot of good stuff that I can cover. Problem is, I don't think it's gonna last till June. I, so yeah, like here, this movie I just doing expires in 11 days. If I didn't do it now, it wouldn't have been here by June. All right, so you got to be careful here too. Because for some reason, with streaming services, everything is temporary, although it should be permanent. So here's the situation, okay? I want to do this in June, July, and August, so instead we're going to do April, May, and June. Alright, and I'm going to film them in succession, so you're probably going to see a lot of the same shirt throughout all these. They'll be every week. Yeah. Also, you're going to notice a little bit of difference in the thumbnails. I introduced a new way to do Tubi Tuesday last year. I put the color, I put Tubi Tuesday on the thing. It has the logo, the name of the movie on there, and then it has Tubi Tuesday on top. I put it in the colors, which at that point was kind of an orangish pink. But they changed it again, right? They changed it. And so I need to roll with the changes, as Ariel Speedwagon would say. So I am proud to present to you Tubi Tuesday. Yes, that's right. Changing the theme song too. Because, I love the Beatles. I'm a Stone kind of guy. No, I love the Beatles, but I kind of like the jingle. If you don't know what that is, not Ruby Tuesday. The Tubi Tuesday thing. Okay. Now when you log into the app, little animation thing pops up and you hear Tubi. What you hear? Well, we're here to talk about a movie that I accidentally foreshadowed talking about in my review for the movie Botched, which starred Stephen Dorff. I mentioned some movies that he was in, like Blade or The Gate, and a little movie called S.F.W. You know why? Why is it every time I try to record something, the caretaker has to do some kind of shit outside my door? I don't get this. He was all the way down the hallway about 5 minutes ago, and now he's right at my door as I'm recording this. You know what I mean? You know what? In the spirit of the movie, so fucking what? Alright? So fucking what? That's what it stands for. SFW, so fucking what? I was not prepared for this, okay? I mentioned that I had seen a piece of this movie years ago. My son was like 2 years old. That's how far back. 10 years ago. On this channel, which, it's called This. It's one of those high cable channels, but also if you had like one of those antenna thingies, plug in the digital antenna thing, you could get that channel. It plays movies. Do not. Now he's got the goddamn power drill. What is he doing out there? Is he doing the light fixtures? Is that what he's doing? I mean, come on. This is not fair. This is not fair. You know what? So fucking what? So yeah, that is the name of the movie. S.F.W stands for So Fucking What. And it's about these two friends, Cliff Spab and his friend Joe, or he's known as Spab throughout the entire film, just Spab. Is that Cliff Spab? It's Cliff Spab. Some people just call him Spab. And his friend Joe, they go into this convenience store. And they, along with 3 other hostages, are kidnapped by this terrorist group called the Split, which are S.P.L.I.T.image. Split Image Group. And this terrorist group, the Split Image Group, they record them on a video camera. This is 1994, by the way, so there's where the video camera comes in. And they record them on a video camera, and we see the footage later. I like how this is done, because we don't directly see the incident right away. Because they go in, and you hear noise, and then it cuts to the credits, right? Then we see a little bit after the credits of them in there, and they act like they're going to attack their attackers, and it cuts to, I think that's when the credits pop up, and then we get Spab waking up in the hospital. And what this movie is, it's a commentary on fame. You get your 15 minutes of fame, on your fame. As soon as he's out, there's all this, he's a hero, there's positive fame, there's negative fame. With positive fame, everybody's praising him, he's a hero, and all that. And there's negative fame. There's this one detective guy who believes that he's a part of Split Image, and that he's going to take him down. Throughout the entire film, he's kind of, the manhunt for Cliff Spab is on the go. It's like he's the only one's always, And so it's that whole mentality of, it's not wanted fame. Does he want to keep it? Does he want to go on? He's on the run now because he can't live with his parents anymore. He doesn't want to deal with his parents. He leaves. He goes on his own. He tries to get in touch with Reese Witherspoon's character, who was one of the other hostages. But her family's from the upper crust, and he's from the lower. So it's kind of, well, they're not going to work because they're not from the same side of the tracks and all that stuff. I won't point out anything is that Jack Noseworthy is in this. He plays Joe. And I think he's woefully underused, as well as Jake Busey. I love Jake Busey, man. Tomcats. He's Gary Busey's son, by the way, in case you know, but I love Jake Busey. He's also good in The Frighteners, by the way. Johnny Talbot, I think his name is. But anyway, he has a small role in this too. That he's in it more than Noseworthy, but I love Jack Noseworthy. He's one of those actors that was around in the 90s and just disappeared. Right? He was in this, the Brady Bunch movie, Idle Hands. He was everywhere, and then poof, he was gone. There's a handful of actors that did that. They were in everything, and then poof, they were just gone. And Noseworthy's one of them, and he plays Joe. And they said, they show that he died. You assume that it's in trying to escape, that sort of thing. And like I said, we don't really find out everything that happened. They pepper these flashbacks throughout the film via the footage. And at one point in the film, they're showing the footage, unedited, I might add, where he's talking about, so we've been kidnapped. So fucking what? So they're holding us hostage. So fucking what? So we haven't had food for 36 days. So fucking what? The whole thing. And that becomes a mentality of people posting S.F.W. So fucking what everywhere. They name a cheeseburger at his local burger joint called the Spab Burger. I would buy that. It sounds terrible. All he wanted was his paycheck. He wants to move on with his life, but he's become famous. It's unwanted fame, and that's the whole situation with this. It's unwanted fame. He doesn't want it. He's on the run now. He moves. He leaves. He's on the street. He hooks up with his friend Morrow, who is Jake Busey, excuse me, and they go on like a little road trip thing, sort of. They go to this one girl's house. I don't understand why they go here. Oh, she's knocked out again, and then they did. I thought, I read the Wikipedia. Like, oh, this is his sister. This is a lawyer. No, they end up going to his sister's house, who is a lawyer, and she basically tells him to embrace the fame at first, or like she can not embrace the fame, but use it to sue people over this. I don't know how that works, and to split the money. And once he realizes that the only reason that Morrow sent him to his sister to begin with is so they can make a profit, like they each get 50% of 50%, which my head hurts. 25% each, and he gets the whole 50, which, and he, and the one thing, the guy, the cop, the agent, whatever he is, I don't blame him for thinking that Cliff is on it or S.F.W is in on it, because in all of the video footage we see, he's acting like an asshole. He's acting like he's got a situation well in he's acting like an asshole during this whole thing. And, and I'm sitting here going, why does it seem like he's in charge? And then this guy starts blaming him for it. I'm like, well, yeah, of course. It's the way he's presented on the videotapes. We do see throughout the film what happens. Like at one point, they do rebel, and Joe gets shot. And S.F.W gets shot in the shoulder, which is, and it's that whole idea of fame now, where he's getting noticed. He sort of has to hide out. He goes to this hotel, it's a real spiffy hotel, and he gets a hotel room for free because of his fame, exploiting his fame a little bit. There's a weird scene towards the end that feels like it's just there to pad out the time, where he's in an elevator and he meets these. Like, there is several scenes throughout the film where it does feel like they're padding the time. At one point, he's picked up by this couple, and he's talking to him, and they're like, so fucking what? And they're driving, and then it leads to them being out of gas, and then he just jumps out of the car and walks off, and I'm just like, okay, what was the point of that scene? And then later, he gets in the elevator, people recognize him. There's this, it's like this younger guy, and then there's an older couple, and he talks to the older couple, or at least the wife, into coming with them and drinking beers and stuff, and I'm just like, again, this feels like padding just so we could have the runtime. I don't know. You can even say that maybe some of the stuff with Morrow is also kind of like that. Like I mentioned, the one scene where they go to that one woman's house, and she's passed out in a robe. I don't know what that scene was for. Shout out to Stephen Dorff, though. I think he's one of the underrated actors, man. I said this in my review for Botched. He's an underrated actor. And this is when he was younger. I mean, he was good in the Gate. But this is like, between this and Blade. Blade didn't come out for another 3 years after this. So this was between that and Blade. And he shows his prowess. This guy that acts like he doesn't care. Throwing out the so fucking what. He doesn't care. But you could see by his eyes, the way that Stephen Dorff acts like he doesn't care, but you see in his eyes he does care. He's just trying to blow it up. He's trying to be that character that they think that he is, but he knows he's not. It was because everything you see on that videotape for real is just that. It's an act. It's an act. He was acting like, an asshole to get through the situation. And now the situation is over, and everyone sees him as this hero, and now so he still has to act like he's that guy, even though he's not, I mean, he probably is an asshole, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, he eventually does find Wendy, which is Reese Witherspoon's character, and they do kind of see each other, although her family doesn't want him to, and he ends up speaking at the school, and this is where things get flipped upside down. We see Amber Benson of Buffy Vampire Slayer come up. She says, everything matters, and then fires 3 shots, 2 of which hit Wendy and S.F.W. And credit to the filmmakers, okay? Because after she goes, everything matters. We hear one shot. It cuts to news footage, and it says that earlier today, Cliff Spab and Wendy, whatever her last name is, were shot by this new person. This Babs. Now everything's talking about Babs. She's famous now, and now people are saying that she's in the right or something like that, and she's got all that. And it's a new thing, and everything matters. Everything matters. And they're doing the interviews. For the next hour, we're gonna talk to Cliff Spab. Now for the next hour, we're gonna talk to Babs, and from her own home, which she was in jail or something, but now she's home. I don't know. Yeah, so all the famous pass to Babs now. But credit to them, it made me think for a second, she murdered them, and now she has the fame. But then, I don't know where it kind of pans out to reveal that they're watching on a TV. We're actually watching this on a TV. And Cliff or Spab and Wendy are alive. They both got shot in the shoulder. And I gotta mention again before I give my rating, which is gonna be pretty fucking high, because I love this movie. There is a point where it comes across the TV that Spab had been found dead of apparent suicide. At this moment in time, he could have given up. He's like, okay, I'm dead. Fame's gone. But then, no, he calls him. He goes, hey, this is Cliff Spab. I ain't dead. Keeping the thing going. He could have ended it, but didn't. And I think part of that is because he wanted to get with Wendy. So they're sitting there, going back and forth. Wendy, Spab, Wendy, Spab, Wendy, Spab. Yeah, so fucking what? Wendy, Spab, Wendy, Spab, Wendy, Spab. We getting married or what? Fucking course we are. Yeah. But so it ends with apparently they're gonna get married. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie immensely. And you know what? For the first time in a while, I can actually say that I love the movie so much that I can say that S.F.W. So fucking what? It's going to the moon. I love this. I love this movie, man. What a great start for Tubi Tuesday, So, yeah, and I was looking up the reviews on this, man, like, not like other YouTubers, but like the critic reviews, and they got negative reviews. I could see how people in the 90s could see a movie like this and they go, this is just, anti whatever. People could give it negative reviews. People could see a movie like this and be like, oh, it's appropriating our young youth's minds by saying they can do whatever they want. As long as they S.F.W. It's saying that, they can do whatever they want, and then the next fad will come and it'll take that away. Well, yeah. But I still think it's very well done. I think the message is there and the message works. So, what are your thoughts on S.F.W.? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.